Hey, Facebook. Be able to see us now. I always gotta look mean when I say.
I don't know, smile.
I do smile, but I guess because I be so serious trying to get stuff done.
Give a few more people time to come on in.
My big patient with us today. We have thunderstorms ruining, so our internet is working a couple times. So I'm hoping it doesn't do that anymore while we're live. No. Hello. Hi, Mom. Okay, Chris is see on my side. Yeah, I can see on my side. Hey, Chris.
4 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna get started. Yep. Okay. Can you hear me, Chris, on my side on Facebook? Alright. This person.
Be in a second.
All right.
Alrighty.
We're gonna start off with a prayer.
We'll start off with a prayer as usual.
Yep. And then we'll get started. Are you going to pray today or am I praying today?
I'll pray today.
Okay.
Father God, I thank you, Jesus. Lord, we thank you for bringing us here today. We thank you for keeping us throughout the week, keeping our minds steadfast on you, keeping us from all hurt, harm, and danger. As we give all honor and glory to you, God, we thank you in all things. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
And amen.
All right. Hello,
All right. Hello. My name is Kel.
And I am Quintella.
And this is Recipe to Chivalry. All righty.
Can I get a little more?
So as y'all can see on the screen, I'm going to take it off here in a bit, but right now,
you get some lag.
I'm quite sure. Two-part question. Excuse me. And the first part of the question is, what does effective communication look like?
We got notes.
Yeah, we got some notes. So let me dig into these notes.
Ooh, okay.
What am I? All right, here we go.
We put on the handy dandy glasses so that I can see y'all and I can read. No, we need these.
Okay.
Oh, yours nice and big. Wow. You got the old man bigness, right? Like the old, like, wow. I could see his from over here. It's huge. Okay.
But like we were saying, effective communication. We talked about communication before.
Okay. So if nothing else, when it comes to our channel, y'all are gonna get a lot of this communication. This is what our channel is about. We are communicating with you. We're communicating. In a relationship, it's important. Y'all will hear this all the time. You will probably get tired of like, okay, there's more to a relationship than just communication. Well, is it really? Because y'all talk all day to each other, but it's how are you talking to each other? And it's also about how are you listening. So you will hear this word communication, effective communication a lot with us. So pull up your drawstring, your pants, and let's dig in.
Well, let me send this out. That's what I did, but let me send this out real quick.
Send what out?
Before I forget.
What happened? What we forgot?
John.
Oh, you're supposed to. Oh, I thought you had already contacted him.
No, I did not.
So we had one of our listeners. He called to Kel like about an hour and a half ago, and was like, "Don't forget to call me to remind me." So he, Kel is trying to get all the support he can from the men. Because the only man that always is on for the most part, and there's a lot of okay, Via saying her link is saying it's bad. I'm gonna resend it to her. All right. And see if she can.
Hey, what is going on here?
Okay, I don't know why hers is bad. Let's see. Try this one. Hopefully this one will let her in and it's not bad. She came on earlier too. But again, I wanted to shout out EJ, because he's always on here and he's supporting the only other man, us ladies be doing our thing. So,
There they go again.
What? I mean, support.
I can't argue.
Right. I mean,
I cannot argue.
Support. That's what it's about. Excuse me. So definitely. Okay. I'm like, what is that showing? I keep forgetting that the capture. Yeah, the capture is going to show up on mine.
I wonder if you can close it out.
I don't know.
Anyway,
it's okay.
So now let me set this back up.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Get back into these notes.
Yeah, let's get back into our notes.
All right.
Look at us being prepared and being all professional and stuff, making sure we stand on topic. Okay, she's having a problem, cannot join the room. Make sure you have a valid link. All right, send me a link from here.
Okay.
Invite. Just copy it.
Want me to send it here?
Yeah, send it to her and then I'll shoot it to her. So for some reason, the last link, our power went out right before we were gonna get on. So I guess that link
Okay,
must have,
send that link out. I just sent it to you.
okay.
What is this?
All right, and I'll wait for it to come
Close
through.
that out. Okay.
All right,
All right. So,
you get into that. I'll wait for this to come
all right.
through.
So I'm going to close this real quick. Hide it.
Okay.
So now, effective communication, like I was saying before. We keep going back to this topic because, as we discussed before, communication in a relationship is very pivotal. It's very important. And when we say communication, it's not just about expressing yourself. There's different facets to it. So we found a couple, got some notes. I'm going to go over it. It can help all of us, especially me personally, us men, be better communicators, right? So effective communication in a relationship involves active listening. And that's very key, right? Using I statements, being mindful of nonverbal clues, and establishing clear boundaries. And those are that's very important when it comes to communication, right? It also requires empathy, understanding, and willingness to compromise and resolve conflicts constructively. So those are just a round bubble what effective communication sounds like, but more detailed breakdown, like with active listening. So active listening, this means paying close attention to your partner. Close attention to your partner, both of their words and nonverbal clues. Because not all the time are they able to articulate and say what they want to say, but you have to look at their nonverbal clues, the way their body language. They can be frustrated. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. Look,
Right.
I'm multitasking. So for me, I'm gonna say I caught some of it. I was not effectively listening to you.
Then
I'm
it said,
sorry.
give your partner your
Action.
There it is. I think we're back. I think V is on here. All right, V, you on here? Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be on though. I'm on 2% and my power is out.
Your
All right,
power's out?
very understandable.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just, it keeps
Yeah,
going
our
out and
internet keeps
out.
going in and out. So
So I don't know how long we're going to actually be, if we're even going to be able to get through this. We might have to just do a special one this week to make up for today, because the power does keep going in and out. Had I been paying close, well, I didn't think a little bit of rain would cause the power to go out, but I should know with Virginia. We probably maybe should have did this a little earlier. But today's topic we were doing is effective communication, and then we was trying to give some actual
what does it look like?
what does it look like?
Breakdown
So
of effective communication.
right, so we're trying to give tools on what that looks like. And of course, while he was talking, I was not effectively listening. So, because there was a part in there about the partner and listening, and I was not doing that because I was trying to multitask. And then he asked me a question, so I only heard part of it.
Well, it's perfect. I mean to cut you off, but it's perfect
It is.
because the very first line goes into limiting distractions.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you're trying to have that communication, you have to limit all your distractions.
Okay, V just left. She gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So limit. Well, can I
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that, because I have a habit of doing that to him though. He'll be talking to me, and I'll be on my phone. I do that. I am so guilty of that. I will be like I'm doing that. I will be multitasking, but then sometimes I'll already be on my phone, and then he wants to communicate with me. So I know he still wants to listen to me, but I feel like what I was doing it first. So it's just as important, but then I know I should just put it down and give him my attention, but I don't want to. I know this is me being honest. I don't always want to, so I'm not always doing the right thing, but I do know to do the right thing. But is that the rain? I think that's the rain I'm hearing. But anyway, um, effective communication.
so no.
Putting away distractions, putting your phone down, which I'm guilty of not doing. Or if I'm watching television and he comes in and he wants to talk, I'm guilty. Sometimes I will just keep it on, but I've learned to just mute it or just pause so that I can give him my full attention and find out what he wants.
Okay, so that part is, yep, put away your phone, give your partner your full attention. Another part of that is reflecting back. So in reflecting back, it says summarize what you've heard to ensure understanding. And that's very important because you may not understand what they were trying to articulate, and you may have understood it differently from what they were trying to say. So it's okay to summarize and get back, like, make sure we're on the same page for what the communication is. Next one is asking clarification, like I was just saying. Ask clarification questions. Don't be afraid to ask for more information if something is unclear. If I'm not quite understanding exactly what it is that you're trying to say.
I do that a lot because I always need clarification because I never understand anything that he be saying to me ever. And I think he gets frustrated with me. Do you?
Well, sometimes, yes. Because
See, and I don't think that's fair. So if I'm not understanding and I'm needing clarification, then I think there should be patience because apparently the way that you're trying to verbalize something or communicate something to me, it's not getting through. So you may have to switch to a different style. I don't feel like it's my fault that I don't understand what you're saying. I just think you just need a better way of going about explaining it and be patient, right or wrong.
in certain circumstances, absolutely.
So why is it certain circumstances?
Because sometimes I think you very clearly understand what I'm saying. You just don't want to hear it. Or you just don't understand my point of, like, no, I'm not understanding that. So I'm like, Yeah, but you try to say like, we're gonna get into this. Hold on, let's get it. I think what you're talking about is exactly what's gonna come up on here, and then
Okay.
I can really get into it, right? So it says empathy, right? Try to understand your partner's feelings and perspective. So me, I always say I don't try to belittle, or I'm not gonna say belittle, but just totally disregard how you're feeling. And I say try not to do that because what you're feeling is what you're feeling. Although it may be some other things that may add to that or may have been miscommunicated to make you feel that way.
Okay. Chris said we learned about effective communication at work. LOL. Every point y'all bring it up is something we had to learn as senior representatives. See? And it's funny that something that you learned at work should also be incorporated in your daily lives with everybody, but also in your relationship. She said they call it emotional intelligence. No. Effective communication is just what it is. Effective communication. Emotional intelligence to me is knowing how can I put it? Be really professional at handling other people's emotions and the tools that you need in order to do that. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But that's what I feel like when I hear that word, because that was something I learned also in school too, and that they try to. But no, I feel like emotional, intelligent, and effective communication are they can go hand in hand, but they're two separate things because you have to effectively know how to navigate somebody's emotions intelligently in order to get to your end goal, which is basically something you do in your relationships too. But in your case, I guess when it comes to work, a lot of times I know for me, what I try to do is take my feelings out of it because this is work. I need to be professional. Where on my in my relationship, I'm definitely going to be emotional. I'm definitely going to have my feelings in it because this is somebody that I am intimately with. So all of that comes along with it.
Well, knowing who we're talking about, their line of work, I can see it being emotional intelligence because they deal with so many different
Right. I mean,
people
right.
with so many different emotions at any given
Exactly.
time.
So
And it can change
definitely.
in the middle of the
Middle of
conversation.
right? So they have to know how to navigate each and every
So I get it.
personality, whereas with this
Yeah.
person, this is who I'm dealing with every day. So
Right.
we have other factors that come into play.
Right, I get it.
Okay.
So the other part to that is I statements.
Ooh.
Instead of blaming or accusing, use I statements to express your feelings and needs.
I think that's an excellent one because I think that was one of the ones with me and Kel that we had to learn because when I would try to express what I was feeling, I would say you or we and sometimes I'll be like, this is how I am feeling. But he didn't always hear the I. No?
No, I think you got that confused. My hangup was always.
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
another way.
Infinite word of like
Never. That's right. It was never or always.
Those are the ones that always like pierce the nerve.
Yeah. So I would have to try and find other words other than always and never. How many other ways can I say that, y'all? Without, I mean,
So
when I'm making a statement, because for me, it's unfortunately those are his trigger words, and those are words that I had to figure out a way to kind of navigate and not use. So I would have to come.
So with that being said, I don't want to get past this either. But
We won't, but this is
I know, but the other part of that is going to come up, so I don't want to jump.
okay.
But we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to what she said. So let me finish this part. So it's like, for example, instead of saying you always interrupt me, try saying I feel unheard, I'm interrupted. right? That's an example they give. Um,
Okay, that was a good one.
so nonverbal communication. So be aware of body language and tone of voice, as these things can signify, impact how your message is received. Now, I think that would be her. She'd be like, "You're yelling at me."
Okay, so anybody that knows me, I am very passionate about when I speak, right? And I think even when I am being non-confrontational, non-aggressive, and I try to be, I guess, gentle, whatever. It's still for him. It still doesn't work. I try to be funny. I don't know. I don't know. I try, and he still gets upset. And I'll be like, "Well, Dad, I was only playing," but he got quite a whole attitude about it. So,
So now, so back to the other part she said earlier,
which
right?
part?
Where you talking about the words you had to change and all that.
The never and the always.
Right.
I had to
So,
find other words to use other than always and never.
so now, when I reflect on it, I think that was my ineffective communication. Because as soon as I heard those, I was ready to say, "Well, you're not giving me any credit for anything." Or no, I don't always do that. Yeah, I agree. I do it sometimes. So her part in that is, even when I would bring that up, like I said, that could be more because that was my defense mechanism kicking in, or defending myself, right? But even when I would bring that up, it was like, "Hey, you're not going to give me no credit. You're going to say I always do that, or I never." The minute I said that to her, she would break down and put up her walls because she still wouldn't give me the credit and be like,
That's not true.
"Oh, it didn't happen till like later on."
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, so body language. Christina said, "I'll be telling someone about their body language." Yeah, I be trying to work on my face. I be trying to work on my body. All of that. I think that everything for me when it comes to Kel is always about his tone. Kel doesn't realize it, but his tone, like when he speaks to me sometimes, he goes and he doesn't realize that he's doing it. The same way he would talk to our children about stuff, that's how he would come at me. And when that happens, yes, he did. He got the wall, like, because I ain't your child. And I felt like he was talking to me in the tone that he uses for the children. And that caused a communication block for us.
A number of things called communication block for us, but let me get back into most more body language. So tone and voice, that these significantly impact how your message is received. So yeah, so I might be the tone. She definitely is the body language.
I am the body language in the face. I am definitely the body language in my face. My face will definitely tell you if I'm annoyed. That is something I cannot hide. I refuse to hide it at this point. If I'm annoyed, I'm just annoyed. I try. I will try my very best to be respectful and to listen, but my face is definitely always going to tell on me. I don't know how. I don't know how to fake that. I don't know how to fake that.
Well,
I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing though, to always show?
No, it's not a bad thing, but it is telling when you're saying one thing, but your body language or your face is saying a whole nother thing.
No. Okay, so can I just say this and ask me if I'm wrong? You can be trying to tell me something and I could be taking it all in, but I can still be annoyed.
Yeah.
By it. That doesn't mean that I'm not listening.
I said that earlier. I can't negate your feelings.
Right.
I can only ask why. Figure out why you're
feeling that way.
So
right.
for me, sometimes it'll be like, I'll ask something, and I get the screw face instant. We haven't been into an argument or anything. It's what?
See, and he takes those as it being something. A lot of times that's just me caught off guard. I'm like, huh? What? And that's it. It means absolutely nothing. But he takes automatic offense, and he thinks that there's something else to it when there isn't.
So let's go to this, right? What did it say? Right? It says, be aware.
Yeah.
Be aware of your body language, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tone of voice,
right?
Because these can significantly impact how your message is received. So on my end, yes, I take full ownership. I need to be aware of my tone, because to me, I'm just talking. I'm being more assertive. I need to pay more attention to it, that how it can be received.
Right.
I'm telling you the same thing.
Right.
Your body language, be aware of how it can be received.
Right. And I try to for the most part, but he catches me off guard with stuff. And I'll just be like, you know how, okay, come on, ladies. You know, in the middle of doing something, I can be at the kitchen or whatever, and he'll ask me something weird. And I'll just turn around and be like, what? Just like that. Just what? I'm thinking it's a regular, what? But he takes it as something else. And I think that's the problem. I mean, absolutely nothing by it. It's just something that he caught me off guard with, and that's how I responded to it. I don't think it's anything where it would cause for him to be like, oh, okay, well, she got an attitude. No, it's just something that caught me off guard, really.
Sometimes I can agree with that. Sometimes you got an attitude.
See, God ain't going with that. No.
Establishing boundaries. So communicate your personal boundaries clearly and respect your partner's boundaries as well.
Okay, I can agree with that. What about y'all? Okay, as far as boundaries. Anybody?
I think we
respecting boundaries. I think for the most part we're okay right now.
Just time of day, but
yeah, I think we're okay right now. Boundaries. Okay. How are we looking, y'all? How are we doing? And we're just behind a little bit. That's all. So they can just come right in, or they can at some point
type in something on there or whatever. But the other one is other important tips is be honest and open. Mm-hmm. Share your thoughts and feelings honestly and openly.
Right.
Choose the right time and place.
Right time and place, not catching people off guard, and then they give you a reaction like, what?
See, that wall. Instantly trying to defend herself. But find a calm and neutral environment for important conversations. Point not proven. Take some time out. Get off that phone.
Okay, but I don't always be on the phone. But you do be interrupting my peace a lot of time, and then want to communicate with me when I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to be in my in my space.
My tone about to go up here, y'all. My tone about to go up here, y'all. I don't know what she out here trying to stunt for.
I ain't trying to stunt. I'm just telling the truth, babe. I'm telling the truth. Sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. Do anybody else get like that? Not sure about boundaries in a relationship. What do you mean?
You have to have some.
You have to.
Depending on what is your understanding of boundaries?
Yeah, what do your boundaries look like? Because I feel like there should be boundaries. Like when I first come home from work, I don't necessarily want to talk about anything. I need time to decompress. I know a lot of women that are like that. I had my supervisor, me and her had to talk, and she says she knows as soon as she gets in the house, her husband's going to want to talk, everything. So what she does is she sit in her car when she pulls into the garage for an extra 15, 20 minutes to kind of get herself together before going into the house and trying to give her husband his attention.
She need to go get a Hershey bar. Go sit down somewhere.
No, she don't.
Go get a Snicker bar.
Like, and
she need to go get a Snicker bar.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Go
Those
get a
are
Snicker
boundaries.
bar.
There has to be clear boundaries. There has
go
to
get a
be
Snicker
time.
bar. Sit down somewhere.
No.
Let me give myself applause.
No.
My boundaries is I don't tolerate disrespect.
Oh well, yeah. I think everybody has that one.
Everybody do, but everybody handles it differently. Me, I either stay clear away from you or run through you like a wet piece of tissue.
Okay.
And
she gave an example. What's an example? What an example of boundary y'all set with each other? Of course, I have likes or dislikes. I'm not sure about setting boundaries. Like I said, when I come home,
she don't want to be bothered.
I don't want to be bothered right away. Like, give me a minute to get myself together. Like right now, I'll come in the house and my thing to do is go straight to my garden. You want to talk to me? Come to my garden. That's my little piece right now. I'm doing stuff in the garden. I don't want to talk about a whole lot of other stuff. I want to kind of focus on that. So anything else will have to wait until after that is done. Then we'll try and get into some other things, maybe as I am addressing or just depending on what I'm doing. But there are definitely some boundaries have to be set, because what you don't want to happen is to be frustrated because everything is coming at you at one time, especially if you know, as women, there's always something that needs to be done. So everyone always wants our attention. But in order for us to even give the best of who we are, we need time to for ourselves, to get ourselves together so that we're able to handle everybody else. So there should be boundaries in the household, as far as the husband, the children, everybody. He needs a minute when he comes home from work, you know, even though he likes to just dig right in. This was my day, and
no,
for the most part.
Not really.
So it just depends on how bad the day is.
It depends. See, for me, it's like this, right? So, one, I'm gonna start practicing some of her boundaries, because to be honest, sometimes I don't feel like talking to her either.
Mm-hmm.
But one of our routine is when she gets off, as soon as she gets off work,
mm-hmm.
she calls me, or I try to call her, and we'll talk. And our conversation basically goes, "How was work?"
Mm-hmm.
And she'll tell me how work was. I'm like, "Have you talked to anybody? What's going on with your mom? What's going on?" You know, just little stuff like that while she's traveling.
While I'm traveling.
So that when she does get home, she can run, do whatever,
mm-hmm.
and I can keep doing me, because I don't want to talk to her no more.
Right.
We didn't got that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you later once everybody decompresses.
Right. So that's another way that we kind of get things out of the way. So there are clear boundaries set.
And like when I be at work, I don't like to talk at work.
You will not.
Really don't call
him.
We're going to talk for a hot second. I'm like, all right, bye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't want anybody hearing his conversation. So of course, you'll never be able to get through to him at work unless there's an emergency. He won't talk about anything.
Well,
okay.
Not just that, not just them hearing my conversation. Sometimes that place just puts me in a funky mood.
It puts him in a nasty mood.
And unfortunately, I got to check myself on that sometimes. You may get some of that.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving.
Avoid sarcasm. Woo!
That's you. Ooh, don't you? That's it. That's you. That's you. I don't do the sarcasm. I do the faces.
I am just very articulate.
I do the faces, but
I'm just very articulate.
The sarcasm and the criticism.
Let's look at this thing. Avoid sarcasm and criticism. These can be hurtful and damaging to the relationships.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. That is something that is a process every single day. Anybody that know Cal, my nerd of a husband over here, I know you don't want to hear
Who got
that.
sarcasm? Who
No,
got sarcasm?
that ain't being sarcastic. That is being that's factual.
I am not a nerd.
Okay, you're very intelligent. You're very, 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 very articulate.
From a great man, full of wealth of knowledge. He once said he has a PhD, and so do I. A public high school diploma.
You know what? You use a stand there,
Shouts
right?
out to Stan Richards. I thank you for that line. And yes, I stole it. And I'm going to use it.
He be using it.
I got me a PhD.
Oh, what happened? We done went out. Oh, okay.
Okay, I think this thing just tried to time out.
Oh, what? Since when? Why is it doing that?
All right, so let's get back to where we were. Be willing to compromise.
I think that's a good one. I think that's something that you definitely compromising is a must.
You have to.
You absolutely. You cannot always be the winner. You can't always have it your way.
Some of us try.
You talking about yourself? You're right.
I was having a crook in my neck.
Yeah, you had a crook in your neck. Fix it.
Some of us try.
I don't be trying because ain't no sense in me even. I don't even try to be right when it comes. Like I said, I'm dealing with somebody who's very articulate, and they're going to find a way to get their point across. And I'm sure I got people in here would definitely agree with me on that. They have very strong views.
So you have to find solutions that work for the both of you, which is crucial.
Okay, so definitely. And that's something that we have tried to work on, and we do continue to work on, is finding common ground. Because every day, it's not over here anyway. Every day ain't rainbows and sunshine at all. But I tell you what it is. It's a whole lot of respect and mutual respect. And I think because of that, and love, and because of that, and because of our anointing and our calling on our lives, that we do trust each other. So we do try to always work through whatever it is. Even at those points where we're not agreeing, he knows, okay, well, and I know, okay, well, maybe we're going to have to revisit this. So we're going to cut this short today, or I might not want to speak to him the rest of the night, or he may not want to speak to me. And that's absolutely fine, to give each other that space and that grace. But I think it's also important to come back at some point and say, okay, this is what happened, and this is, we need to find a better way of work around.
Yeah.
Always.
Sometimes communication isn't always easy. I mean, we tried that, try to make up before we go to bed.
Yeah, that was always
sometimes
one of the things.
It works.
Sometimes
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because sometimes it gets to me that even as articulate as I am, I have to watch my anger, because I won't articulate what I want to say and get across. I'll say it out of anger.
Right.
You have to be careful with that.
Right. So, I mean, we still love each other. It's just that, buddy, stay on your side. Go to your apartment, and I'll be in mine tonight.
That ain't gonna last long. She stay cold, hot, whatever.
Right, so I won't be up
she
on
coming
you.
sooner or later.
No, I ain't, because I be hotter all the time these days.
I remember that.
My feet be cold, so they do
keep them on your side. Keep them on your side.
You be warm.
For chop them. Keep them on your side.
My feet need to be right up out of these. Yeah.
And the last part is seek professional help if needed. Because we are not counselors.
We definitely are not counselors. Yes. Have we been doing this a long time? We have. Do we always get it right? We do not. But I would suggest finding someone who, if you're married, find a married couple. Don't get somebody, and I'm not saying, and to each down, I just feel like somebody single can't tell me what to do in a marriage if you haven't been married. You got the school knowledge, all that, you got the books, but you haven't been in the trenches. So What are you going to tell me? Someone who's been divorced, okay, you might have some insight because you know what? We can learn from it. Everybody, we can learn what not to do or what you should have done.
I think everybody can give a little bit of advice.
Right.
I'd rather
for us
speak to a married couple.
Another married couple.
Because one is still married.
You're still married.
So you're going through it.
You're still going through it. You're still working through it, but you still love each other enough to still do the work to stay together. And you know,
figure it out. But couples therapy can be very valuable resource for improving communication.
Definitely.
So do not turn your nose up at it.
Right.
Try it.
Because I feel like anybody at any stage, as long as you're married and you're going through it, you can learn something from somebody. So yeah, we've been married a long time, but there could be somebody younger. They've learned a different way of going about, you know, how to communicate or how to do something else without in the marriage that maybe we didn't think of. Those are the people. So your village should have that. That should be what your village looks like. Thank you, baby.
Absolutely.
Our personal opinion. Because that's what that is. Our show, our opinion.
So moving forward, the second question of the day. Excuse me.
Dating someone with children. Is this a deal breaker?
So
we can talk on that.
We can definitely talk on that. Let me hide this caption. So I'll start questioning you first. Prior to having any children, was that a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, because I never thought I would have children. I was definitely against having children. I didn't want children.
So why was it a deal breaker for you?
I come from a big family, and because I was the oldest sibling, well, the oldest girl, a lot of responsibility and a lot of things fell on me. So as I got older, I always vowed that I didn't want any parts of any children because of what my experience was growing up. So that's why I didn't want children. I mean, God had other plans for me. He knew what I needed. But had he not intervened, I wouldn't have had children.
Okay, so now the second part to that is once you became a single mom, did you think about your perspective prior to that and how you may be viewed from someone else from that standpoint?
What do you mean?
That they might not want to deal with you because you're a woman with a child.
Sure.
So what kind of things ran through your head with that?
That was somebody. Once I became a mother, my perspective on a lot of things changed. My feelings, you know, you don't know what that feels like until you actually have this child, this person growing inside of you, and then they come out, and now you're responsible for this little person. So for me, anybody that I was getting involved with, if me having a child was something that, you know, they didn't want to be involved with, then they didn't want to be involved with me. So for me, that was first and foremost. We're a package deal. It's not one or the other. And if that's not something that you're looking for, then I'm not the 7-course meal for you.
So did you, looking back, would you change your perspective on that issue now that you fell into that category?
No, it's still the same.
So you still say, so let me ask you this then. So let me go back again. So now that you have a single mom, now that you have a child, you still wouldn't date men with children?
Now, would I date men with children?
Yeah, because that's what my question was.
Okay, so basically,
my question was in the beginning, that was a no-no for you.
Right.
Then you became a single mom. So now I'm saying, as a single mom, revisiting that, would you change your perspective now?
Yeah, I would, but
Why?
there's a number I would put on that too.
Why?
So
First, I want not the number, but why your perspective change?
because I'm a single parent, so I know how that could possibly be. So you would want somebody in your life that's going to accept your child, not treat your child badly. So there's a number of things you want. So you want somebody who understands that perspective also. They may understand, you know, what I'm dealing with as a single mother
Right.
or a single parent.
So what I'm saying is, I'm saying, I make sure I'm saying, I'm trying to say it a different way.
Look at us effectively communicating.
What I'm saying, I understand you want somebody to accept the child.
Right.
I'm not talking about that part of it.
So what
I'm saying, as a single woman, you were like, I'm not dating no man out here that has a child. There was no number then. It was just, you got a child.
Well,
done,
I did date
done
them.
deal.
I
But
did.
I asked you that. You said
no. I said I thought you talking about for me.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was in the beginning.
Right. Okay.
And then I had my daughter, and then it changed.
Right. So that's not okay. So we're on the same page with that.
Okay.
In the beginning, it was a solid no for you.
Right. Because I didn't want to deal with the baby mamas.
Okay. So then once you had your child, now your perspective changed and said that you would.
Right.
So I'm saying, reflecting on your change was because of your situation now.
Right.
So taking your situation and have a better understanding of what it's like to be viewed that way,
Mm-hmm.
would your perspective change back to being single, saying, you know what, I may date a man that had one child back when you were single. Maybe you did put a number on it, but not a definite no anymore because of what transpired.
I don't know. I would have to see what the person is like. And again, there would definitely be a number. It would have to come down to how he's taking care of his child, I guess.
So you would.
So yeah, but
okay, that was my question. Would you or would you? It
would probably have to come down to what that situation actually looks like, as far as parenting.
I totally.
So yeah, but that's what would change my decision to actually date somebody with a child.
Okay, I just leave that. I just leave it at that. Okay.
I mean, for me.
See, reason why I say that is this, right?
Okay, wait a minute.
Good.
Oh, Christine is so funny. She said,
what she said?
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get to everything. Why is it not? What's going on? What did I just do? Okay. She said, don't forget about your degree from YouTube University. She's so funny. And then she said, I definitely thought me having a child would hinder me from finding a husband or somebody who wanted to court me.
I can see that.
I can see that. But I don't, in this day and age, you know what? That never, it's funny, that never crossed my mind.
I mean, maybe not your mind, but
I'm like, because
not all men, most
but there
men.
are some men that they don't want to date anybody with children because they want to have children with them and they want that person to be there first.
And see, that's why I want to go there. So I think the majority, I ain't gonna say majority, there's a group of men that will still date you whether you have a child
or not. They just won't marry you.
Right, they're not gonna be serious with you.
Yeah. So and that was one of the things I wanted to get into, but we'll save that for another topic too. About, you know, dating somebody, like we talked about last week, like what's the end goal? Because I think that comes into play, that effective communicating when you're in the dating stage. I was definitely one of those people I was very straight up about what my intent was and what I wanted. So that we can just get through all the mud rats. If this is what I want, this is what I'm trying to do. If this does not fit into what you're trying to do, let's not even get this started. So, what is your intent? I think there should be communication about that. Like, okay, we're dating. Why are we dating? Why are you're trying to do this? You're trying to see me and 3 other girls. Okay. What are you looking for? What does that look like? Hey, are you planning on getting married, or do you just want somebody to live with? I think those are all questions and things that come into play with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, she said she's doing homework.
Who's that?
Keisha.
Okay. What up, Keisha? So yeah, it can be a hard thing because like I said before, there's some men out there that will date you. And that's as far as it's going because you have a child. They don't want to raise another child.
And somebody else's child, right?
Right, somebody else's child. They don't want to deal with the other man that may be because there could be a lot of drama
there, right? But these are things that I think when you're dating, questions that need to be asked, so that you know what you're getting into.
This is something I think some women need to take into account.
What?
Of what happens when you go through that.
When you go through what?
Of having a child and now you're a single mother because your relationship fell or you didn't get the ring first before you gave birth to a child.
You gave a child, right?
You gave a child first while you were dating, and now it puts you in a whole other category.
Okay.
No,
because it says 2 right here, but I don't see.
Just click right there.
I don't see nobody, but I don't know what that's about. Okay.
Maybe somebody watching.
Maybe they're probably watching. Okay.
Well, that's the 2. Myself and then.
Okay. Recipe. Okay. So, hey, Keisha. So we was talking about dating somebody with children. Is that a deal breaker or not? And he asked me, prior to having my daughter, I didn't want to. I ain't gonna say I didn't date, but I didn't really want to deal with the drama. It wasn't, I'll meet you and be like, oh, okay, you got kids. Oh, okay, that's nice. And I wouldn't call no more. And for me, because I didn't want to be bothered with the drama. Or I found out later on after I asked that they lied. So that was a whole nother monster to deal with. So, but again, kick them to the curb and keep it moving. That was prior to being a single mother. Then when I was one, my perspective changed, but I was still very much diligent about how many children they had and all of that good stuff because I didn't want to deal with that. Okay, so for you, when you were dating, was that a deal breaker?
No. For me, it was different because having a child was not a deal breaker. And because marriage was something that was way off in the distance somewhere.
So it's just a fun time for you.
Yeah, I'll date you and I have fun. But so having a child didn't bother me because
you wasn't
I wasn't planning to be
nobody daddy.
No time soon. Period. If ever. So that didn't
It's
bother
7
me.
o'clock.
Was that something that was communicating? Keisha said it's not a deal breaker, but my kids are grown, so I don't want to deal with anyone with younger kids now. Okay.
That's understandable.
And I can understand that too, because you've already raised yours and you're not in the business of trying to raise nobody else's. You got through that. So you're looking for somebody who's definitely got older children as yourself.
Or no children at
Or
all.
no children at all. What if you find somebody with no children, but he wants a child? Is that a deal breaker? And he checks off all the boxes. Just the one thing is more kids. He just wants one. He wants at least one child from you.
Right.
But he hits every other box.
So
is that a deal breaker? I'll wait for you to answer.
Yeah. So for me, that's what it was. That didn't really steer me away from dating.
So
now becoming serious. Well, that would be with you.
She said yes, because I can't have any. Oh, okay.
You can adopt.
I kept saying, can y'all adopt?
Or,
Or you
what's
can be
that,
in vitro, right? What if he want he says, okay, a
give me your
surrogate,
egg.
right? Give you your he wants your egg,
Somebody else will carry
and
it.
somebody else will carry the baby. Would you still do it if he checks off all the boxes?
Is it vitro the right word for that?
Surrogate.
Surrogate.
A surrogate. Yeah, it's surrogate. You got one good egg. And he said, we're going to take this one good egg and make us a baby.
So in your case, I thought it was perfect. She was still young and not old or older, but young. And I was like, okay.
She was under a year.
And it was only one.
Right, it was
so
only one.
I could deal with that. And I think what made it easier was your situation as far as your
How
baby
I
father
handled.
was. He wasn't really around or involved. So
there
was no drama or
very much
confrontation
she said nope and
between me or him.
Yeah. So I guess because I made it easy, it was drama free. It worked out perfectly.
Well, I won't say you made it easy.
I mean, I did kind of.
I mean, but he wasn't around.
So he could have been around.
That was only. I mean, you didn't make it easy for me. It was y'all situation.
Right.
So me coming into that wasn't an
issue. Right.
It wasn't an issue. So not something I had to deal with.
Okay, so her dream guy is gone because she said nope, nope, and nope.
Oh, okay.
So that means you single
forever. She had to find somebody.
She had to find somebody else.
Either with older kids or don't want no kids.
At all.
They're out there.
Yeah. But she ain't trying to go back. So anybody else have any other input on this? Because if not, I'm happy that the storm didn't knock out anything else, but I want to try and keep this. Hey, me.
She said, yay, me.
Yay, me, yeah.
Yay, me, what?
Yeah, no kids. She said, nope, nope, and no. She'd just be looking for somebody else.
But, yeah, so I think it could have been a bad thing. But thank goodness it wasn't. You know, I seen baby mama, baby daddy drama. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want no parts of that.
Right. And seeing, I think because I had seen that too, I made it a point not to have that. That was something that I was not going to have in my life or around my child. So I guess on that one, how I wanted it was how I wanted it. And thank God it worked out in my favor with all of that. And, you know, I feel like God does all things the way they should be, because it worked itself out without, you know, little fight, which was great for me. Anybody else? So we're not gonna hold tonight. I think we
kind of along with the storm and stuff going on.
Yeah, with the storm, and so
we got it in a little bit. We've been on for what, an hour?
Yeah, we've made an hour. Yay! So I think we've done really good. Anybody else have anything else? Any input before we close out? I think this was a good session. Question: do y'all need us to change maybe the day or the time so that everybody can come on? If you do, put it in the comments and let me know, or give us a call, give us a holler. Also, if there is anybody that has any stories or any questions, they can always send them to recipe2chivalry@gmail.com. And we will see them there. You can also hit us up on Messenger, on Facebook, or for those that got our cell phones, y'all can always reach out to us. Any topics that y'all want to discuss, or if you want to come on, or also we are doing, do not forget, get your businesses together. We will highlight your business. We will promote bring you on here, let you talk about your business, and then we will promote that business for the week for you. You just got to come on.
Yep.
All right. So definitely, if you know somebody, tell somebody. Come on, join us, and be a part of Recipe to Chivalry. Let's talk. Let's get your input we would love to hear from other couples and other people. Y'all be coming on Facebook, but when you need to talk, you can just come on Restream. You don't have to show your face, but we will need your voice. Definitely will need your voice. So definitely do that.
So if you got your bonnet on,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
If you in your bed, don't worry about it. You ain't got to show your face. Just come on in and talk to us. That's all we want. We want that dialogue. We want that communication. So definitely do that. All right. And with that being said,
we are going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been Restream. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We out. We out. We out.